Hey guys, so this will be a breastfeeding update at 6, almost 7 months now. The last update I made, I believe August was around 3 months. I don't know. I should have looked it up. But it was early on and I was having issues with like fast letdown, oversupply, all that stuff, and I was going to try block feeding. That was kind of like my strategy at that point. So my update is that that worked beautifully in sort of regulating my supply. Also August, just as he grew, he's gotten really good at kind of like adjusting, and his mouth is bigger, and just in general he's able to cope with any like fast letdown. So overall breastfeeding is going well, especially in light of the the issues that I had, especially in like Alice's first 6 months, with her being in the NICU and having a hard time getting started breastfeeding, and just like pumping like crazy and having oversupply issues and having thrush nonstop, almost nonstop for like the full 2 years. So in comparison, like breastfeeding August has been totally awesome. Alice also never took a bottle ever. She learned to use a sippy at like 8.5, 9 months, something like that. And so the mornings that I would be at work, she would like go hungry and freak out, and refuse a bottle for that whole like 9 months until she finally got comfortable with the sippy. And so that was like a constant point of stress, just knowing that she was like going through that, and it was such a problem for her. But at that point in time, like not working those mornings was not an option. August takes a bottle beautifully, but I am having one issue that I just want to kind of document. I know I'm not the only person. I know that, like, again, in the grand scheme, I have so much to be thankful for, that really, like, the important stuff, breastfeeding is going really well. But the one issue I am having this time around is that as my supply kind of regulated after like the initial, like the newborn period, I am having problems with pumping, where I'm just like getting nothing. And this is a real stressor for me because, like I said, I go to work these 2 mornings a week. I'm out of the house around 4.5 hours at a time. And August takes a bottle beautifully. Like I said, Mike stays with him. He does get hungry. He'll take the bottle, fine. I need to leave him like around 5 ounces or so of milk for each of those days. And I started off, and because I was having all the oversupply, I didn't want to pump too much because I didn't want to further increase my supply. So I just kind of like, pumped excess when I sort of needed to, and to build a little bit of a freezer stash, but I was like not too concerned about it. With Alice, I had like a huge freezer stash that she would never drink, and I ended up just like, using a lot of it to just mix into food later, or offering to her as like breast milk popsicles, kind of for fun with teething and stuff like that. But really, like, I don't want to say it was wasted, but it never really like was used for its intended purpose and whatever. So that I just had all this milk in the freezer that I didn't really have too much need for. So when I started off this time, like I said, I stashed away a few bags. I probably at the most I probably had maybe like 4 or maybe 5 bags of like 5 ounces each. I know it's not a lot. People have like thousands of ounces of breast milk in their freezer sometimes. So between 3 months or so and now, what has happened is just that like my supply is like perfectly regulated itself, but I just don't have anything extra. I don't have anything to pump. I pump almost every morning. I try to do it every morning, but some days it just doesn't work. August is still nursing really frequently. He nurses about every 3 hours around the clock. So just depending on like when he nurses, and then when he wakes up in the morning and stuff, what kind of window I have. If there's like been some time that's passed, but he still hasn't woken up yet or something, it kind of has to be the right kind of timing. So some mornings I'll pump and I'll get half an ounce, period. Other mornings, like on a really good day, I'll get like 2.5 ounces. So even pumping every day, it is such a struggle to just get like the 8 to 10 ounces of milk that I need for 1 week of just like the mornings that I'm away. That's nothing extra. That's no, I want to run to the store by myself. I mean, we haven't even thought about like going for a date or anything like that, but I've got nothing. I've got no extra whatsoever, no cushion. And that's stressing me out. Let me just say, I'm not concerned at all about the amount that August is nursing or if he's getting enough milk or anything like that. I completely am totally comfortable with, I know that he's getting what he needs while I'm here, when he's with me. I'm strictly concerned about just like not having this extra supply and not being able to pump. It's just a different experience for me. And it's just basically always on my mind. I can promise you I am probably already doing anything you could suggest to boost my supply. You know, I'm well hydrated, I'm eating healthy, I'm eating all sorts of lactogenic herbs and foods and stuff. I mean, I'm like doing it all. It just doesn't seem to make a difference. I have both an electric and a manual pump, and I notice absolutely no difference between them. If anything, I think the manual pump is a little bit better for me. But I mean, I'll pump and pump and pump, and like, I'll never have a letdown. There's just no extra. Like, I feel like I can only provide exactly what August needs for the day. And I don't know. I guess that's just how it's going to be. So we're only 6-7 months in at this point, and I'm totally grateful for, you know, those 6-7 months. But my goal is at the minimum to breastfeed for at least a year without supplementing. And, you know, beyond that, I'd really like it to be closer to 2 years. And I do wonder, I mean, you know, what if I got like super ill? What if I had to take some kind of medication? What if, you know, something else happened to me and I wasn't able to breastfeed at that time for whatever reason? I just have no backup. In my area, there's no such thing as like donor milk banks. There's like underground sort of, you know, milk swap or milk donation kind of stuff, but it's really only for like, you know, babies in the NICU, like preemies, like sick children. So I don't feel like, you know, that's something I can kind of tap into without basically like taking milk away from another child who needs it a whole lot more. I also want to say as a disclaimer, the reason I don't want to supplement is not because like I hate formula. I don't think there's a use for it. I am trying to shame moms who use formula or anything like that. I personally have a goal that just for my 2 kids, I want to try to provide both of them the same. So I breastfed Alice for almost 2 years. It was 23.5 months. And I want to be able to provide that for August if he wants that, you know? So I want to be able to provide just the same kind of experience and the same benefits and stuff that I offered to Alice for as long as he wants it. So that's what this is all about for me. So again, I'm not really looking for advice here. I just want to share this as part of my, you know, the ups and downs of the real experience of breastfeeding and just how different it is this time around for me. That's all I've got to say about that. We have started solids. We're using the baby-led solids, baby-led weaning approach, the same as we did with Alice, and it is working really well. August is all about it, but I'm going to try to make a separate video about that. I'll make another breastfeeding update when and if there are any big changes. Thanks for watching.